Blessed be everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing some cord magic, making a cord bracelet, or maybe you could make a cord anklet or just keep the cord as straight cord. It's up to you. We're doing it for self-confidence. So this is something that you can take with you to wear in situations when you need that extra bit of confidence. Whether it's for an exam, for a job interview, for a job, for a social occasion, whatever you need the confidence for, you can wear this as a talisman to give you that extra boost. But before we do that, I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com, author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path and Tapping into Abundance. And if you want to know more about Wicca and Witchcraft, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. And if you want to become a better spellcaster, take a look at my free PDF called the Spellcaster Checklist. It's a checklist, that's all it is, that gives you some ideas about what you need to think about when you are planning your spells, particularly if it's something that you do need to think a lot about, or maybe you've got to do a few different spells to achieve. It's a really good resource to have and to get you thinking more seriously about how to construct your spell work. So the link is in the description field below this video. So for this spell, all you need is some red yarn, cord, whatever it is you want to wear. So it can be any type of fabric, as long as it's something you're quite happy to wear. You don't even have to wear it. You could just keep it with you. So put it in your pocket or stuff it down your bra or something like that. It doesn't necessarily need to be seen. It just needs to be with you, because it's essentially a talisman. I'm choosing the color red because red is great for confidence and courage. You can also use orange. Orange will give you more courage and more confidence. And orange can also give you that extra bit of success edge, that more solar energy as well. So think about maybe why you're doing this talisman. And you can choose between red or orange. Because we're doing it for confidence, I'm going to be tweaking a traditional knot magic spell to incorporate the desire, which is confidence. So I've done a knot spell video before, probably quite a couple of years ago now, I think. So I'll put a link to that in the description field so you can go and check that out. And this is making it specific to self-confidence. So before you start your spell, you want to get into the feeling of being confident in the first place. If that's something that doesn't come naturally to you, so maybe you're somebody who struggles a lot with feeling confident, then take notice of what confident people do with their bodies. How do they stand? How do they sit? What does their posture look like? Or imagine yourself in a situation in which you do feel confident. Now, there has to be some areas in your life that you feel confident about, even if it's only when you're by yourself and you're doing something. How do you sit? How do you stand when you're feeling that confidence? And take on that posture. Your body posture will help inform your emotions, because your subconscious mind is pretty much in your physical body and you experience your emotions through your body. So if you can't quite get to the emotion by feeling into the emotion or imagining yourself in a situation where you feel confident, put your body in that position first, and that will help you then get into the feeling of what it feels like to be confident. So when you're confident, because your solar plexus is involved from a chakra perspective, you're going to feel that the solar plexus area is actually going to be open and it's going to be showing itself. So it's not like you've got to poke it out or anything like that, but you're going to be standing very erect and you're going to have relaxed shoulders, but they're going to be down and back. You're not going to be hunched over and you're not going to be sort of going inwards into like a contraction in the belly area. You're going to be pretty much upright, shoulders back and down, relaxed, and the heart center being out and open. Well, being open, I don't want to say out, because if I say out, you'll probably try to poke it forwards. It's not about poking anything forwards. It's about just being open. And if you assume that posture for a little bit, you can start to feel into what that might feel like to be confident. Otherwise, imagine yourself in a situation where you do feel confident, to practice feeling confident. Then once you've got that feeling of confidence, when you're doing the spell, you want to take on that posture, take on that feeling of being confident. And if you're doing this for a particular situation, so maybe you're going for a job interview, or you're going into a social situation, or whatever you're doing the confidence spell for, you can bring that feeling of confidence. Imagine yourself in that situation feeling confident as you're doing the spell. So for me, when I'm doing any type of cord magic, I like to start in the center with my first knot. Traditionally, we do 9 knots. 9 is a number of completion. It's a magical number. It's a goddess number, 3 times 3. So it's got a lot of witchy significance as well. So I always start my first knot in the center. My second knot, I start at the end, and the third knot's at the other end. And then when I do the other knots, I weave them in between those first 3 knots. It doesn't matter what order you do your knots when you're doing your cord. I've tried it different ways. It works however I do it. So whether you go left to right or right to left, really is a matter for yourself. So let's start with feeling into the feeling of confidence, having that confident posture, and now it's time to do your spell. So for the first knot, simply say, by knot of 1, my confidence has begun. So you're tying that energy of confidence into your knot, into your cord. Then at the end of the cord, by knot of 2, self-confidence is true. At the other end, by knot of 3, I'm a confident me. By knot of 4, my confidence grows more and more. By knot of 5, with confidence I thrive. By knot of 6, this confidence I fix. By knot of 7, with confidence I leaven. By knot of 8, self-confidence is fate. By knot of 9, true confidence is mine. So then you've got your knots. Whether they're tied evenly or not doesn't actually matter. All you have to do then is do one closing knot just to basically bring it together at the end, and then wrap it around either your wrist or use it as an anklet. When you're measuring out your cord, you want to make it a lot longer than what you would want it to be. So when you do wrap it around, this one's a little bit short, so that it fits nicely when you tie it, because you're going to have to probably tie it first and then slip it over your wrist, because you don't really want anybody else tying it for you, because it's for you and you don't want their energy on it. So make sure it's a little bit bigger than what you think it would be, so that it goes over your hand to go onto your wrist, but also because when you're knotting your yarn, it's going to shorten it. So it's going to end up being a little bit shorter than what it would be if you weren't knotting it. Let me know in the comments field how you go with your knot magic. Of course, you can do this for anything at all. You can do it for love, you can do it for money, you can do it to help you with your health. Any sort of magic can be done with simple cord magic, and you can make it as wonderful and beautiful as you like. If you want to make more of a very small, if you can get those really small flakes of crystals, so you can get small flakes of turquoise, for example, you can even knot those into the knots so that you're adding that extra boost of turquoise. So if you want to make it pretty and also bring in that beautiful, confident energy and protective energy of turquoise, you can do that with some turquoise, little turquoise flakes. If you want to charge it up even more, you can sit your cord in some herbs. So you could use some basil, for example. So you could sit the cord in some basil and let it sort of cook in the basil for 24 hours before you actually wear it. So it's like blessing it with your herbs. So you can incorporate this with other correspondences and other little magical tools as well. It doesn't just have to be the cord. Personally, I find for me that the simpler the magic is, the better it works for me. That just seems to be how it is. When I make it too complex and put in too many candles or get too much even into thinking about it and gathering a lot of stuff, it doesn't work as well as if I just pick up some yarn or draw a quick talisman on the fly, do it on the fly, do it on the spot, and it seems to work a lot better. That's just me though. Everyone's different. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you all for supporting the Mystery Witch School channel and all of the many ways that you do support it. And I'll see you on the next video. Blessed be.